Hi, I'm Dr. Milescu. I am adjunct professor at Daytona State College, teaching anatomy and physiology lab, AMP1. So today I'm going to show a little video on the bone model that we have in our lab, which we will be quizzing you on next week. It is all about the compact bone structure and function. So let's go over the bone model. This here is compact bone. And if I take the wedge of this compact bone, we can see pulling out one osteon, and here's a second osteon. One osteon is a unit of bone that contains concentric layers of bone, which are called lamellae. The center has a larger circular opening, and that is called the central canal. And the central canal has vein, artery, and nerve supplying blood supply to this osteon. So inside the central canal, we have the vasculature, vein, artery, and nerve, neurovasculature, I should say. Now the concentric layers of bone, which is pretty much essentially like cement due to its structure, it's very tough. Cortical bone or compact bone is very tough bone. So these concentric layers are called lamellae, okay? So surrounding the lamellae, if we look a little bit closer, I'm going to bring it closer to the screen here, you can see all the concentric layers. So those are called lamellae. Now, if you look even closer, you see these little tiny holes around the concentric layers called lamellae. These little tiny holes are called lacunae. And the lacunae are basically the site of where osteocytes preside. Osteocytes are specialized bone cells, and these are mature bone cells that reside in the lacunae. Now, in order for the osteocytes to receive nutrients, if I bring it even closer, you could see little tiny lines that cut across. Those are called canaliculi. These are canals through which nutrients can travel from one lacunae to another. Therefore, those layers are lamellae, and the canals that go perpendicular to the lamellae are called canaliculi, and nutrients like glucose can travel from one lacunae to another. Okay, so that is basically one osteon. Now, what else did I want to mention? Don't forget, the central canal has another name as well, Haversian canal. It has the neurovasculature in there. And if we look at the side view here of this wedge-shaped bone, you can see that the central canal runs straight down across, and this is the central canal's blood supply here for this particular osteon. But cutting perpendicular to the central canal is another canal that has tributaries across from the main artery. And that canal, if we turn it around, see it here, these are called Volkmann's or Volkmann Canal right here, Volkmann Canal. And that's your central canal, which has, of course, your vasculature. All right, now if we take a look really close here, you can see the canaliculi. Those little, they look like little spidery structures. The canaliculi provide the highway system so that nutrients can travel from one canaliculi to another, because what's in the lacunae, you have the osteocytes. So canaliculi allow the transportation of nutrients from one lacunae to another lacuna. So lacunae, A-E ending, is plural, lacuna is singular. All right? Now, the last thing I want to mention is the fact that if we look at this bony model, here you can see the beginning of compact bone or cortical bone, and then here at the edge, do you see all these fibers? Those are called Sharpey's fibers, and the Sharpey's fibers attach the periosteum to the compact bone. And the periosteum is important. We don't want to strip the periosteum when we're in surgery. We want bone healing because look at this artery. See, it's going to send tributaries and little tiny capillaries to the periosteum, providing blood supply and nutrients to the bone. So we do need that periosteum. So that's the Sharpey's fibers which attach the periosteum to the compact bone. Okay, so to review, this is one osteon or Haversian system. In the center is the central canal with the vein, artery, and nerve. You can see cutting across all those are the canaliculi, and around concentric layers are called lamellae. The little tiny holes that are surrounding the central canal are called lacunae, which house the osteocytes. Okay, and the osteocytes, in order to receive nutrients, we need those little tiny canaliculi traveling from one lacuna to another lacuna, so glucose and other nutrients can travel from bone portion to another, from one lacuna to another, to provide nutrients for the osteocytes. All right, so don't always remember to look at all of this model, not just the top, because we may ask questions like, what are these? Those are the Sharpey's fibers. What's that? That's the periosteum. What's this structure? Well, that's Volksman Canal. All right, and I wrote it down on the board there for you, Volksman Canal, and it has the perpendicular structure. It's perpendicular to the central canal, and of course it has tributaries of that main artery that comes through that central canal. All right, so I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any further questions, we can meet before lab.